I thank the organizers of 2020 Diaspora Investment and Trade Deal event for the opportunity to deliver these brief remarks at this year's event. To Patricia Haynes, David Thomas, and Dr. Wilmot Allen, I say aiko to wit, well done in our language, to you all. In spite of the ravages of COVID-19, I'm happy to be able to join you for this program, thanks to technology. 2 years ago, on 20th September 2018, at the Washington Press Club in Washington, D.C., capital of the United States of America, in front of the Congressional Black Caucus of the United States Congress, I proclaimed 2019 as the year of return, commemorating the 400th anniversary of the time when the first 20 West African slaves were brought to the Commonwealth of Virginia, which subsequently became part of the United States of America, thereby initiating one of the most unfortunate and barbaric episodes of human history, the transatlantic slave trade. With 75% of the slave dungeons built on the west coast of Africa through which the slaves were transported, located in Ghana, we believed we had a responsibility to extend the hand of welcome back home to Africans in the diaspora. It was our hope that the year of return would be a joyful and learning experience all round for all of us on the continent and our kith and kin from the diaspora, especially in affirming our determination that never again should the African peoples permit themselves to be subjected to such dehumanizing conditions, sold into slavery, and have their freedoms curtailed. It proved to be just that, with some 200,000 more visitors taking up the offer to visit Ghana during the year. We in Ghana, for the year 2020, the pandemic notwithstanding, have decided to look beyond the return and build on the dividends chalked. We believe the time has come to engage Africans in the diaspora and all persons of African descent more positively in areas such as trade and investment cooperation and skills and knowledge development. We must work together to change the African narrative, which has been characterized largely by a concentration on disease, hunger, poverty, and illegal mass migration. Let us all remember that the destiny of all black people, no matter where they are in the world, is bound up with Africa. We should never forget the famous admonition of the celebrated Jamaican reggae star, Peter Tosh, when he said, and I quote, "Don't care where you come from. As long as you are a black man, you are an African," unquote. We must help make Africa the place for investment, progress, and prosperity, and not from where our youth flee in the hope of accessing the mirage of a better life in Europe or the Americas. That is what Beyond the Return will seek to do, so we can derive maximum dividends from our relations with the diaspora in mutually beneficial cooperation and as partners for shared growth and development. History tells us of the positive impact of diasporan communities on the growth and development of countries through increased trade activities, rising investments, and the transfer of skills and knowledge. Take the case of China, for example. With an immigrant population of 60 million, the Chinese diaspora is said to be the 25th largest country in the world, who, according to the Nikkei Asian Review, own assets worth $2.5 trillion United States dollars. When foreign companies in the late 1970s reduced their investments in China, it was the Chinese diaspora that shored up the economy. According to the Washington, D.C.-based Migration Policy Institute, MPI, half of the foreign direct investment, that is 26 billion United States dollars, that transformed China into a manufacturing powerhouse in the 1990s, originated from the Chinese diaspora. That development also transformed the image and standing of all Chinese the world over. Again, according to MPI, several countries, such as India, Kenya, Ethiopia, and Israel, have issued diasporan bonds, with Israel, for example, raising 25 billion United States dollars to fund infrastructure projects in that country. We're also told by MPI that India's first two bond issues, amounting to 11 billion United States dollars, saved her from a balance of payments crisis after sanctions were imposed on that country after the conduct of nuclear tests. That is why I am excited about the holding of this Investment and Trade Deal Summit, largely because of the renewed enthusiasm around building Africa together. So let us imbibe in ourselves a deep consciousness and understanding of the goals and history of the African peoples. The second half of the 20th century witnessed a great blow for human freedom and progress when the African peoples, in the wake of Ghana's shining example, liberated themselves from the colonial and imperialist yoke and the racist ideology of apartheid, and emerged as free, independent peoples to construct new nations of hope and advancement. The first half of the 21st century should consolidate this development and see the growth of modern, prosperous, technologically advanced nations within a united Africa, which would make a reality of the dream of the 21st century as the African century, and bring dignity and respect to black people all over the world. May God bless Mother Africa, black people everywhere, and us all. And may God bless our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention.